that happen either. After time, a player could fall here for the T side. That would be heartbreaking. Luckily, Plofsky is ready for XMS, wins that duel, and NIP, they don't lose a player in the save, but very, very possible that they could have that. For Heretics, another round picked up, and it's XMS just getting proactive there. That gets so much control. I'm not a fan of that system from NIP. Taking a little too long, conceding way too much map control now in both of the gun rounds. And, well, Team Heretics are just going to keep exploiting it.
Yeah, and that's something that's not really sustainable either, because at one point NIP are going to figure out that Heretics is just throwing caution to the wind, just pushing up towards short, and maybe going for an adventurous peak towards long time and time again. So they're going to definitely try and counter this in a bit, as Maka missing an uncharacteristic shot there. NIP have gone for the full purchase. They did save the 3 rifles, now the 2 Deagles in the hands of Lekra and Twist, and we all know how the Swedes can be with the Desert Eagle, so Heretics should not really lift their foot off the gas pedal quite yet. It's still trailing by a round here. And it is overpass. It is NIP's map pick. It is a map there, you know, it is slightly CD-sided in the highest levels of the game. And if you look at the money for Heretics, it's pretty good here. And if they can somehow manage to win this round without losing too many players, you can start to build up a bank and start to kind of like climb back into this game, into this particular map. For those of you just tuning in, Heretics did win their first map pick, which was Nuke, in a very close fashion, 16-14. It could have gone either way, could have gone to overtime, in fact. Here we go, though. NIP getting control of bathrooms. They don't really have full control of long, though. It's going to be a flashbang from Plopsky to allow Twist to peek in towards long. 2 players ready and waiting, though. It is going to be Maka with the AWP. Just lying in wait like a turret, and he's going to miss the shot, though. But the jig is up. 30 seconds on the clock. They have to head towards the A-bomb site.
Well, Twist catching out Lucky. Shutting him down the Deagle, now Maka further back in towards the bank area. 19 seconds left. Man advantage in play here for NIP. It's going to be not called it on. Catching Kiyoshima. Now XMS on towards the side. He runs here. Go forward. What a transfer. That is beautiful. Finally is dealt with by Lekro. But 5 seconds. They have to start planting immediately. They'll get enough time for the plant, but Maka. Oh, no. It's surely not. Okay. Well, it looked like there was enough time there, Blair, but clearly the timer a little off, as he just goes to the plant just a millisecond too late.
Yeah, that was just like so very close. He could have got it down. If not, I think he like fumbled a little bit over there, but what a play from XMS. I mean, Knock managed to flank him, but XMS so calm and patient. I felt like he was just sticking around for a while there, but the moment he was spotted out, they were not expecting another CT waiting towards Monster. Great spray from him. And it came down to the wire. It was just Maka remaining. If the bomb got planted, that was NIP getting round number 4. But Heretics, they survived. They tied things up. For NIP, it's going to be the 3 guns again, and it's going to be Maka. This time it's not going to miss. It's going to find the opening towards Rez. And in fact, it's going to be dual op setup. Nivera and Maka dual wielding the Zoom bangers. And now Lucky and Kiyoshima trying to time this boost.
The boost comes up. It's going to be good. Kiyoshima just up on top, takes down Knock. And now they've got a huge advantage player. Another huge advantage. And well, we'll see if they can rock it. It's going to be Nivera going aggressive up in towards short. Maka called off, trying to get aggressive and a little bit more proactive in towards middle. Not exactly necessary. That's going to be a relatively easy pickup for NIP now. They pull it back, a 3v4. Minute left on the clock, and Lucky trying to get aggressive, trying to search for that kill back, and well, he's got it. Now it's a 4v2 with NIP kind of left wondering what to do at this point. Twist has got some control over towards A. His teammate's so far behind in terms of Plopsky, but needs to be careful of the connector play here. Coming in, Lucky's going to walk up and catches the bomb. That should be the round over. Twist stuck over on A. Will start to come back through the bathrooms, but still has to try and pick up that bomb. And it's easier said than done.
Yeah, I mean, there are too many angles for him to clear out, right? He has no idea where Lucky is, and Lucky with a silence M4. Triple kill for him. Great work from Heretics. They keep 4 alive. They keep both the ops in place as well. And I was talking about the economy a while back, Dinko, but winning these 4 in a row, and especially making the last round look so convincing, they've built up a very substantial bank right now, have the French side. And for NIP, it's back to ecoing days. I don't think they have enough money. Money's all over the place as well. A couple of players at $1,000, 2 on 2,000. We have a Twist at 3,200. It's going to be an eco. Maybe a couple of pistols, maybe a couple of flashbangs, maybe a smoke perhaps, but that should be it, and that should be Heretics' opportunity to try and get to round number 5 here. This has been a pretty decent comeback, climb back into the map.
Well, there's going to be Navira trying to peer over the top of the boost. Luckily gets away scot-free. Now NIP just trying to work across the map with these deagles, trying to find themselves a position where they can be potent with it. Potentially heading in towards the middle is the right call. Maka is back in behind the site with the AWP, scoped in towards the bathrooms. Smoke at the ready as well. It's 1 minute in play. NIP still yet to find anything here on their deagles. The CT side not giving them anything. And I like this from Heretics. They're not getting aggressive. They're not involving themselves early in the rounds. Not giving NIP a slight chance to explode upon them. And instead, just holding back passively, waiting for the pistols to come to them. And hopefully, if all things go correctly, it should be a shutdown coming through. But look at this. Rez might just catch a timing, but the op peeks into the open. And finally, first blood drawn. That's going to force NIP to make a play, Blair. And it's not going perfectly well for them at all here. It's Lucky with 2 big kills, making a third for him. Finally overrun by Lekro, but he's going to need plenty more where that came from. And well, he runs out of ammo. Very awkward. So does Navira, but he pulls out the pistol. And that's the kill coming through.
That was a little scary for Heretics, the way they were playing. When you're facing off with the Deagles or Tech 9s or pistols, any pistols for that matter, and you're playing from the bomb side, all the T's needed a couple of smokes, maybe a flashbang, and they can kind of swarm the bomb side, right? If you can swarm it, they can take away the guns, and with that, post-plant 3v3, it's not one of the easiest sites to retake for the CT side. So that was a little scary, but then Lucky, great hole coming out from the man. It's going to be round number 5 for Heretics. They do string 5 in a row. Keep 3 alive as well, so money looking pretty solid for NIP. The buy will be coming in. It is max loss bonus after all, but they need to find something here. Apart from the initial 3 rounds, they have struggled quite a bit, Dinko. They haven't even got the bomb down a single time.
Yeah, and the weird part about this is if you look at the statistics, and the last time these two teams played, it was an NIP win 16-3. So yeah, this is a little bit of a different change for them. We'll see if they can overcome. They're currently a map down on the series as well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just tuning in. If you're coming in from the Astralis G2 best of 5 that lasted the length of a best of 1, well, welcome. Hopefully this game is a little longer.
It is shaping up for it. We did go into this map thinking that NIP probably should have this one in the bag, but Heretics are definitely putting up a fight much better already from what we saw of them earlier in the group stage. Smacker. Top trained to the party position. Rez is going to creep one out, and it's going to be a beautiful shot from Rez. Decapitates Maka. Lucky's going to stick on around. He has backup arriving in the form of Kiyoshima. And he's going to get the timing right. Gets a trade. He's going to swap over to the AWP. Yes, he is. Lucky though, blinded, but doesn't pull the trigger. Still holding the line. Plopsky should be careful, and it's going to be a miss from Lucky. And now, just to one player holding on to the A bomb side, Dinko, it is the problem himself, Kiyoshima.
Well, let's see if he's the problem in this round, or the hero. Oh, wow, they haven't actually checked him. It was a lazy peek from Plopsky. Didn't spot Kiyoshima around the corner. Unfortunately, Kyo only gets the 1 kill, and now they push on towards the side. 35 seconds. Exabet's coming out through the connector. Nok is going to be in front of him, and he's going to have to take an aim shot. Nok will win it. Now it's all onto Navira. Flash nade, defuse kit, but it's the save call. A 1v3, not really possible here for him. So the Belgian having to save into the next one.
Kind of makes sense as well. He's the one player who's kind of low in cash. The rest of them can buy very, very convincingly. But NIP, they finally do stop the streak.
Okay, that timing was nearly awful for him, but he looks back just at the right time and now has an AK, so he's going to slither away with that. Also, it's the AK, ladies and gentlemen. If you are interested and you like that skin, you can head over to CSGO's shop and buy them mouse mats and mice from SteelSeries.
That's actually a very, very sick mouse pad. I would love that.
Harry actually bought one. Just Harry. It lights up as well. It's RGB.
RGB. Well, that adds like +5 stats to your aim. I mean, everyone knows that. And I just want the Hyper Beast hoodie. That one.
Yeah, that's cool. I've seen James Bytes actually got that for his birthday. Looks pretty cool.
Well, must be nice to have people gift you stuff on a birthday. I wouldn't know anything about that, but
Everyone
5 to
sent
4
gifts to
here.
Blood his birthday. He's turning 25 Blood or something?
24.
24, okay, sorry.
But Heretics, though, they have the buy, of course, with that gun being saved for Nivera. And they'll have a very comfortable buy. The option was going to be still in play for NIP. They're going to try and stem the bleeding here. 4 rounds, 5 to 4 is still pretty comfortable for NIP, to be very honest. T-side of overpass or map pick, but look at aggression coming in again. But this time, guess who's waiting? It's going to be Knock. He's going to find one. Doesn't get a second. The trade does come in Nivera for a second. Fancy pushing out further. But better senses will prevail. He's going to fall on back. And for NIP, that means that B bomb set right now, it's a no-go at the moment. They're going to be heading towards connector, trying to slowly clear it out. It's going to be Rez. That's his job. What I like from Heretics is the fact that they've sent a player all the way towards long. He's waiting behind the my little platform. And look at Maka. What an absolute madman. Just walking up all alone. That's just insane for Maka. And he's been doing this entire game so far.
It's just high-risk plays, but for the most part, he makes them work. It's not going to be anybody his way right now, though, but that's plenty of information. 45 seconds now. Twist. Oh, there's the opportunity. Taking down Lucky. 4v3 favoring NIP as they move in towards the A-bomb site. Navira's position could be huge, though. He'll pick up one. A headshot on towards Plopsky. He's dealt with very quickly by Lekro. Now, Kirishima in the back lines. He'll do one from the side, but he needs a little more than that. The Molotov going out, the nade following in behind it. Now the push going through, but Kirishima stops it from moving forward. That is brilliant from Kirishima. 3 kills picked up and a 6th round on the board for Team Heretics.
And that was him pretty much all alone. It was a 1v3 for him on that bomb side, mind you. His the rotation was pretty far away as well. Brilliant stuff from the problem. And definitely a problem for NIP on that A bomb side. 6 to 4. And for NIP, unfortunately, I mean, they can buy up. Yeah, they're going to buy up. They do have the loss bonus still very much in play. It's going to be a little bit of a mixed buy. They're just going to try and equalize the money out a little bit. That means, a couple of rifles, Tech 9s, Deagle, P250. It's a myriad of weapons for the ninjas. And Nivera should be very, very careful. AK in his position, and what a shot from Lekro there, but not before Nivera does get a kill. A little lucky there, Nivera, to even get a frag. I felt like Lekro plucked his head the second his dome showed. But a good kill there. Going the way for Nivera, but even Stevens so far.
Oh, Mac. Oh, there we go. Hits the shot, but it's not death for Twist. Survives on 2 HP. That nade. Oh, there it is. The death sentence. Thought for a second it might dodge him, but it actually does end up taking him down, and now they go forward. Lekro, one on towards Kirishima. Maka, what is he doing? This is mental. Moves forward with the USP. He'll get 1 kill, but he's dealt with by knock. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan about that from a logical point of view, but I am the #1 fan just for fun.
There was no logic in that. Like, he had no idea if there's 1 or 2 or 3 players. He's like, oh, I think I tagged him. I'm going for the kill. I do appreciate his one-dimensional at times. And XMS trying to be a little too overeager, gets plucked. And Plopsky is going to come charging into the bomb site. It's all unlucky. MP9 at that range. If he can get his hands on that M4, it could be big. He can hear Plopsky running around. He's just waiting for Knock to get the bomb down, and then he can isolate the kill. He can find Plopsky. He has an inkling where he might be. Bomb getting planted. Now he's going to be slowly creeping up. Spots him out in the open. The bomb down. 10 seconds. Now Plopsy's got to go for the safe plant, and Lucky at that range can make this one work. He's got 20 bullets still in the clip. Plopsy's going to stick the plant. Now AK versus the MP9, and he knows, both of them knows each other's positions, but Plopsy's going to try and reposition himself. Lucky has no idea. Plopsy's played that to perfection, and that's going to be the round going the way of the Ninjas in Pajamas.
Well, NIP, they recover around. They have been struggling, and I have to say, although the play for Maka was interesting, he could have done a lot more from that position. They had
to put it mildly, that made no sense. Honestly.
Yeah,
you have the AWP. Why? Like, you get attacked, fine,
so
fall
much
back.
That site. Yeah, it definitely just could have won the round basically if he had played it correctly. A little unfortunate, and that pushed him right down to Eco. And I think that's the kind of mistakes that, he clearly has the potential to be a world-class player, but he's got to have that, you've got to learn from those kind of mistakes and fine-tune them, and I think that's what really makes the difference in some of the players that end up being these raw, unpolished talents and then turn into world-class players. And I think we've started to see that from a lot of the younger players. It just takes time. And playing in these kind of tournaments consistently and realizing that kind of stuff will never get you a round win. Well, maybe it will, but it won't consistently get you the successful win overall. Then I think that's when we'll start to see less of those mistakes being made, and he'll be more of a fine-tuned talent.
Yeah, still got a lot of years ahead of him, right? But you can kind of see the flaws in his gameplay or game style, so to speak. He can be a little too overtly aggressive, and hopefully he's learned his lesson there. That could have easily been around for Heretics, but NIP, they find themselves an empty bomb site as the French-Belgian side rather, going for the full stack towards long, and it's going to be round number 6. NIP tie things up. And despite it being so close, scoreline-wise, Dinko, if you have 6 rounds with 3 remain to be played on the T side of Overpass, you're going to be pretty happy with it.
Yeah, especially with the way things were going at the start of this. NIP looked a little rough around the edges. They certainly were not getting the system going in the way they would like. But now they've actually been given a real chance. Heretics trying their best to do a little bit of damage here. This is one of those strange rounds where no one has died in the entire round, but might work here. I think we're going to see at least 1 death, and maybe 5 in very quick succession as they run on in. It's going to be a charge as they run through. It's Lekro getting one alongside Rez, and they'll start to clean up. Lekro with another, and it's only Navira that survives into the next round, but again, a little inconsequential. They tried their best to do some damage, and 6-6 will even up the scoreline here at NIP, and the money is looking good for the T side. Over on the CTs, though, they'll be purchasing what they can. They've got an MP9 in the hands of Kiyoshima, a FAMAS for XMS, A1S in the hands of Lucky, and M4s for the rest. It's not looking brilliant here for Team Heretics, I have to say, but it's a decent buy overall.
I'm actually a fan of how much damage it dealt to NIP's economy there, because if they manage to win this round, NIP are going to be a little hard-pressed for the buy, and it's not going to be a comfortable buy. So they could still potentially go in the lead there. Navera avoids the flashbang very, very comfortably. Lekro's going to get blocked off. The double peek there. As Plopsky finds one, but a trade comes in real fast. Twist now desperately looking to get the kill on the Lucky, but Lucky is aware he's heard him out, and he's not going to win the duel. The Twist and Knock chiming together with 3 kills, and Kiyoshima is going to be left alone in a 1v3. This time around, he's in a very, very uncomfortable spot with the MP9.
Kiyoshima just looking for something better. He finally finds an AK. But I think the word uncomfortable might be an understatement at this point. This is a completely unenviable position for Kiyoshima. Definitely no chance in winning this one. He's probably going to have to save this into the next. And when we take a look at what's shaping up, it's going to be NIP heading into the lead. So 7-6 for NIP into the lead by 1. It was a pretty rough start here, I have to say, overall, and Overpass in comparison to what they could have done. They did win the pistol, but the Heretics came back and were getting quite a few rounds on the board. But NIP finally have started to find consistent success, and well, Team Heretics, a few questionable decisions here and there has cost them the momentum that they once held.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what we expected to happen eventually, right? We saw the aggression from Heretics when they had that... you might get a... Oh, never mind. Nothing. Rez so ready for him. But yeah, Heretics are playing so aggressively in the 5 rounds to 1 initially. But after that, NIP figured it out. And this consistent aggression, it's not going to consistently work out. And I'm not just pointing fingers at Maka. I'm saying like a lot of these players, like pushing out towards short. It's like you push out towards short, or you go get some long control, then you fall on back. You phase the retreat. There's nothing wrong in falling back a little bit, and then maybe reaggressing later on. You try and make it work that way. Instead, it seems very one-dimensional with their aggression, and that's never gonna work out forever. It's gonna work a couple of rounds here and there, but with the big brain threat sitting in the server at NIP, he's gonna be figuring it out very, very easily. A stack once more coming in towards the B bomb site. This time, a few upgraded pistols take out. They do have the Deagle and the CZ. Apart from that, nothing much.
Well, the bomb picked up. It's going to be brought over towards B. They have got a pretty big hold here for Team Heretics. So this is the exact site they want NIP to head into. They want to do as much damage as they possibly can, and well, this setup could be an absolute disaster, but luckily Nock is going to tap away, take off Naviro's head, and now move forward as they run on through. It's going to be a little bit of damage down here and there. Leko's going to find one, make it two now as he lines them up. And well, the pistol stack is dealt with so easily by NIP. Last shot of the half coming right up, and Team Heretics, they'll finally get a buy back in, but NIP will confirm themselves at least the round lead going into that second half.
You gotta love to see how NIP walked into the stack and didn't lose a single player there. Just credit to how sharp some of the aimers are, or rather all the aimers are on the server. And yeah, NIP, they do secure the lead going to the second half, and they'll be, of course, looking to get to round number 9 here. They've been looking so very solid ever since they stopped the streak of rounds that Heretics had earlier in this half. There we go, though. Could be a faster play here. A lot of utility being tossed in early on towards B. Triple nade stack, and there we go, Navera. Good night. This is the first time NIP's done that so far in the round, in this half, and what a round to make it work.
Oh, nice shot. Mac is shutting down Lekro. Oh, Twist coming back in, just headshot after headshot across the board, but it's NIP coming out on top. They've got the man advantage. They'll be looking for another round here. 9-6 on the board would be perfect for NIP. Exactly what they would be looking for, and it's going to be Maka. That'll be the man tested here on the A-bomb site. He's going to go aggressive and the collateral. 1 bullet, 2 kills, and he'll go back for more. This time the aggression paying off for Maka. Blinded, so the player can cross back. And he's going to continue walking forward in towards long, but I love that from Nock. The repositioning, jumps up on top of the flower bed, gives him the advantage looking over the top of the scope of Maka. XMS is going to try and plug the hole out, coming back in. He'll find one, and it's all onto Nock. A 1 versus 2 for him to try and recover.
He's got a time. He can cross and over without getting spotted out. He can just head over to the B bomb site, get the bomb down, and that could be the round. And now, I like a little bit of aggression from Heretics. They just push on out, but this could actually go against Heretics. Nock falling back. Kiyoshima heading already over to the B bomb site. He's going to get the bomb down. The problem is, I don't think he's going to be cognizant of the fact that XMS is pushed in towards long, but Nock just might check it. He's going to find his back. He's going to tap away. Doesn't get the kill, but that's fine. He's going to get the bomb down with 10 seconds remaining. Now he knows where XMS is. It's all about playing the 1v2 here.
Well, Nock can certainly make this happen. Coming back over towards the stairs. The smoke will deploy towards the top as T-stairs. He'll look for the right angle on towards long, but XMS still wins the duel. It's going to be a round picked up for the Heretics. It's 7 at the half.
That's, well, I mean, they'll take it, right? But still, NIP are going to be very happy with the way this one played out. For a moment there, it looked like Heretics might actually run away with this first half, but NIP with a late resurgence in the first half, and they're going to take the lead. It's going to be 8-7 as we do move into the second half of map number 2 here.
Well, as close as you can get it. Time for a short break, but we'll be right back after this. Welcome back to ESL 1 Road to Rio, and that face on your screen sums up that first half. Back and forth, crazy affair. It's NIP, it's 7 on the board, they lead by 1.
Just by 1, but now switching over the CT side, they're going to be feeling very comfortable. That's a big buffer to work with, Dinko. And Heretics, you know what? Considering how aggressive they've been on the CT side, the T-side might actually work out in their favor. It's all about aggression. All of that being said, I'd like to see a little bit more of tempered aggression from the French-Belgian side. We have 4 players creeping up connected. They have Lucky with the Molotov and a couple of flashes. Maka on his lonesome on an excursion towards a long area. Doesn't find anyone. And NIP playing this very, very passively.
Well, going for shots, Rez trying to pick them off. It's going to be the smoke that goes down, flashbang out to the left side. Rez under pressure, he's going to be handling it well though for the first kill. What? A second as well, out of nowhere. Finally overrun, Navira getting a double kill on the Glock. And now it's Plopsky, Lekro and Knock. A 3v3 as they try and come back into the round. Lekro lock off the bank. Well, Maka, well, he's going to be trying to take himself a headshot, but Lekro just walks in front of him. Navira trying to rattle away, and he will get one headshot back in. But a 2v2, NIP attempting the retake. They've got the kit and the smoke still in the hands of Knock, so a little bit of time to play with, but at the moment it's not looking great for them. Changed off.
On the Kyo though. Oh, but Lekro denies the clutch from Kiyoshima. And it's going to be NIP winning the pistol round. And do you believe the second pistol round being won by NIP here in map number 2? Off to a great start indeed. They did win the pistol round in the first round on T side. They won the following anti-ecos as well, but after that it was pretty topsy-turvy, back and forth, but NIP winning this one should be making them feel very comfortable here. For Heretics, to get the bomb down, Dinko, so they have some options available. Navera getting a few kills means he's got $4,000. The rest of them still below 3K, so might be seeing a few upgraded pistols, and then they go for the full buy in round number 18.
Well, blind. XMS is we'll walk you forward. Doesn't really matter too much here for Heretics. Anything they can find is a bonus, a kill or two. Bomb plant would be absolutely perfect for them at this point. NIP with the right, they've got the play. It's going to be Russ swinging from the toilets on the right side. Has his teammate there to back him up in the form of Twist. With the Glock rush, the Glock train, they're coming in towards them. It might just be the Glock train of death though, as Twist looking to line them up on the FAMAS. Runs out of ammo.
Looking a little dicey here. Rez has made his escape, so that's a good thing. He's got the M4, but they've gifted a FAMAS over Plopsky, and in hand is going to have no trouble just slaughtering them. The bullet is perforating the bodies, and he's going to pick up the FAMAS as well. So a little bit of a scare there, but they just lose the 1 player and the 1 MP9. So NIP, very comfortable round for Heretics. They will now see the buy coming in. Now, Navera had 4K in the previous round. That means an AWP will be dropped over to Maka, who has been very, very quiet so far in this particular map, Dinko.
Yeah, it's been a little quiet affair. 10-7. NIP, double figures already reached by them. It's going to be aggression in towards the middle of the name of the game as well here. Rez just up towards the fountain. XMS has taken a lot of damage on board. He's dropped to 55. And look at Twist's position. There's no way they're going to be expecting that, especially with the kill from Rez. Also, Lekro deep in towards the connector. This is going to be an easy kill for Twist here. Surely moving forward, he'll be able to pick this up. Walking around the back of Navira. He's not going to be expecting this whatsoever. There's the kill. Now Mac is stuck in the connector. Starts to realize he can be attacked from multiple different positions. So maybe starting to sweat a little bit. But NIP, what a start into this round. Maka coming back up the ladder. The bomb's on the other end of that smoke as well. So Maka, this duel against Twist is going to be incredibly important for the outcome of this round. Luckily, the smoke is there, so Maka's going to pick up the bomb and just walk over towards B. Kiyoshima is the man looking to try and make a play inside of the B bomb site, moving through, but it's Plopsky just dispelling him from the site. And while now Team Heretics caught in a crossfire, it's all on Maka. 7 HP dealt with, and the nade coming through. Plopsky stops Maka from moving any further, and Rez will shut down Lucky as well.
Flank didn't even get anything done, to be honest. That was so well played from NIP. The sheer aggression in your face and for Team Heretics, and that was a big buy, Dinko. They had so much money going into that one. They had the AWP as well, and they get nothing done. And that's just so unfortunate for the French side. But for NIP, now 4 rounds in the lead. And they know it's going to be pretty much just light buy coming in for Heretics, just the Deagles. Maybe a little bit of utility, just one flash. Some upgraded Deagles and some players with Kevlar. Should still be wary, though. This is a scary thing, Dinko. T side, it was hard enough as it was for the French side, and now NIP with their very, very solid CD side and overpass. We saw how deadly it was when the last time these two teams played, so they're going to be a little worried. Still, 7-11. It's not too far of a gap, but it's still kind of recover. But this round looks unlikely.
Well, Rez, he's going to catch Navira out, and while looking for more, he'll get a second. Maka finally gets rid of him on the Deagle, and now, well, NIP hold the advantage by 1, but these Deagles certainly could sprinkle a little more damage upon them, and the Swedes look to try and hold on. Lucky moving through with the Deagle. Kiyoshima has worked his way through and towards the lower bomb site, and he's going to try and just wrap around the back side of it. Trying to get the bomb over here, though, is going to be a big issue with Nock just sort of locking off that connector exit. Mac is going to walk through, and this duel is so important against Nock. Kyo's trying to get himself a position, but Nock hasn't been checked yet. He's got such a spot. They're going to start to wrap around the corner. He's going to line them up. That's 1. Nock dropping 2, and the bomb slides to his feet. It's Kiyoshima as well dropping. Was never really going to go too well there for Team Heretics, and it's a 12th round now for NIP, who really have grabbed this round now, grabbed this match, should I say, by the horns. It's certainly looking like they're going to be sending us into that 3rd map. They are 4 away from victory. And if it continues down this line, well, it could be a pretty one-sided win as well.
And it's the way they won the past 3 rounds, Dinko. Yeah, they won 4 rounds in a row here on CD side, but they've only lost 3 players in the past 3 rounds. And if you look at the money right now, it's ridiculous. They can have a very comfortable time. They can keep buying up if needs be. And now 2 men waiting to what's connected. They're going to slowly fall on back. Tossing him all the top. Navera trying to push in, and he might get the kill. No, he won't. Plops, he's going to deny him, and the Flames are going to keep his comrade at bay. No trade's going to be happening for the side of the Heretics. And now, man advantage once more for the Ninjas. Lucky slowly creeping up towards connector. And now 3 players lying in wait. And this CD side defense, man, it's been so dynamic, so aggressive, just in your face. And Heretics, they just seem to have no answer.
Oh. Well, Rez shutting down Lucky. 2-man advantage. Again, Heretics, like you said, just no answer yet. Unable to get a single trip back into the round just yet, and under a minute now on play. Kiyoshima blinded and forced back inside the middle. Rez starting to swing on by. Rez will find the headshot. And when things have just flipped over in the second half into the defense for NIP, it's just been a completely different story. That initial back and forth, close to foul, has started to crumble, and it's another clean round from NIP. They only lose the 1 player. And now it's only 3 away from victory. That's another bye round for Team Heretics just going down the Swanee. We'll see if they can find any success moving into this next round. It's not all that likely considering what they'll have. So we're probably looking at 14-7. NIP doubling the scoreline of Team Heretics in quite a quick succession.
And Rez just with a casual 4K there. Just brilliant stuff. And what I love is how the kill spread for Ninjas and Pajamas is not 1 player just popping off. Everyone's having a hell of a time here. On the CD side, Rez completely dismantling that buy from Heretics. And like you said, money's not great. They again have a few upgraded pistols. It's easier on the T side to kind of eke out a buy, and you can, just have a little bit of utility, maybe a MAC-10, a few pistols. You can try and steamroll your way into a site. But the way NIP are playing here, it's just so hard to find anything. They're not getting any free picks. They're not getting any opening frags. They're setting up for this B play. Kiyoshima with the Molotov in hand, ready to toss it in. And again, 3 players lying in wait. Plopsky, Lekro, and Nock. M4s galore. And they're going to be bursting out towards short, Dinko.
Coming out as they can, it's going to be Nock who takes down Mako. XMS coming through on the Deagle, but Nock is ready for him as well. 20-7, what a beast he is at the moment. Taking a look for a little bit more. Lekro's down in the water pit, the Molotov giving things a bit at the moment, but that's a chance for a twist. Going for a little bit of an ambitious shot through the smoke, but not landing anything just yet. NIP looking for a successful retake. Rez with a headshot, taking down Kiyoshima. Knock with another one into the round. It's all on Navira. Nice shots coming through. Potentially a little bit more there available for him, but it's NIP that clean it up. A brilliant round from Knock, and a 14th round now on the board for NIP.
Navira for a moment there.
Yeah, for a moment I got a little excited.
Yeah, for a moment there. It's almost channeling his brother. But it's not to be. 14-7, like you said, they have doubled the scoreline of Heretics, who haven't had a single round, Dinko. Not one round on the T side. And they're running out of opportunities. NIP just need 2 more rounds to take it to Vertigo. And how convincing has it been? The Swedes is completely dominating on their map pick. It's a very far cry from Nuke, which is so back and forth. We could have easily gone the way of NIP with 16-14 win for Heretics. And now NIP just showing who's boss here on Overpass. Maka. He's got his weapon of choice, but needs to make something happen. He has been completely muted on this map so far.
Oh, nice shot. Twist shutting down Lucky, and now Navira coming around the backside. It's 1 kill, taking away Twist. And now 4v4. This is potentially a round that Team Heretics find themselves success in. It's been a long time since I've been able to say that for a while. And now we'll see what Rez can do in the bathrooms off towards the long side. 2 players approaching from that. 2 close towards middle, and well, Rez is going to be wrecked. That's it. XMS taking him down inside the toilets. And now it's just over a minute in play. Knock has been an absolute animal when he's been asked to step up. And while he's here on the A-bomb side playing, I'm a little bit scared if I'm Team Heretics approaching him.
I would be as well, but he will finally fall Kiyoshima with a very quick trade. 2v3, the best chance I've had in a very long time. With Flopsky, though, he's going to go for the spray. Does a lot of damage into Kiyoshima, but he will fall. And it's all in Necro. Now, he's managed to sneak his way behind, but 3 players to find. I don't think they're going to be... I really don't fancy his chances. He can find Kiyoshima here. He knows where he is. This is so smart from Lekro Dinko. He knows where both of them are. He can win this 1, 2. He knows where the final player is. He's heard him. He knows where Kiyoshima is. And Kiyo's at 5 HP. He's got 2 flash on. Lekro is going to tap the bomb. He still has a little time to work with Kiyo. Playing this one patiently. Lekro tries to tap it again. And Kiyoshima, nerves of steel. He hasn't shown himself at all. He's finally going to peek one out. And he's going to clutch it out. That was such a massive clutch from Kiyo. Despite the valiant attempt from Lekro. My word, that would have been heartbreak, Dinko, if they'd lost that one.
That would have been probably the final nail in the coffin right there. Luckily, Kiyo stands tall in the round. He's the impact player for round 22. 3 kills, 260 damage. Huge round from Kiyoshima. Now we move into this next one. Money problems are not there. They're non-existent for NIP in this next round at least. They've got a full buy coming in. The AWP in the hands of Twist. The M4s across the board. Team Heretics purchasing up. Stacking heavy over towards B early on here, Blair. All 5 players. Now that obviously leaves quite a bit of the map to be taken by NIP, and you'll be sure that they will take that. Look at the control they've got in towards middle already. It's kind of leaving Team Heretics a little bit limited in terms of what they can do. And they'll be moving their way through the tunnel up towards B. Looking to try and enter the B-bomb site via short. Now this could be an absolutely massacre here. It's going to be Knock back here with the M4. It's 1 kill for Rez. Knock looking to line them up, and there it is. Twist assisting him. It's going to be 15 to 8 on the board here if NIP just take these last 2 frikes away.
Yeah, it's just fallen apart, hasn't it? They won a very crucial 1v1. Lucky does manage to burn Rez alive, but he's got nothing to work with. The bombs drop in no man's land. Mag-10 in hand. And this could just be it. It should be NIP getting to map point here, Dinko. And we will be seeing Vertigo very, very soon by the looks of things.
Well, yeah, certainly looking that way. Lucky now with the Mag-10 left alone. It would take an absolute masterful play from Lucky just to even get a few kills here. Stuck inside of connector, 20 seconds. Not going to be happening. Saving the M4A4 into the next round. So NIP, they do reach 15. First half was looking a little hairy for them. You know, you're starting to wonder whether or not they've got that same performance in them here on Overpass. And well, they do get it under control as we move into the second half. And it's pretty much been the NIP show. Even in the one round that Heretics have been able to pick up here, it was a pretty scary affair where they could have feasibly lost that, you know, with the 1v1 with Kiyoshima. So real real tough time here in the second half. Team Heretics T side and overpass needs a little bit of work. NIP's CT half, though, is a well-oiled machine. Well, it's certainly looking like we're going to be heading to that third map play after this. And well, it is Vertigo, and that's a map that NIP also look really solid on.
That is true. Vertigo, I'm worried right now for the side of the French-Belgian mix. But this is it, Dinko. Last hurrah. They got the guns. They have a prayer on their lips. They just need to win 7 rounds in a row to take it to overtime, and then battle it out through overtime to take the series, which is easier said than done. But Nivera makes that one look easy. Rez is going to find his head rolled off his shoulders, and now Twist. He's trapped in a corner. Triangle of Doom setting around him. Players in front of him, to his left, to his right. He spots a player here. Very patient play. They're unaware. It could be a collateral. It is a collateral. He's gonna find 3. Twist is just popping off. The bomb's down as well. He spots the 4th. He misses it, but that's okay. He's done his job. The no-scope comes in as well. Twist. He's just bullying them at the moment here, Dinko. And he's gonna end it with the ace. Holy Jesus Christ. What did I just witness?
That was the sickest play I've seen all day. That is huge from Twist. What has just happened there? 16-8. And if that's a statement I have, I don't know what is. That is unbelievable from Twist. And well, Team Heretics, if that's going to happen to them in the last round, they've got to be scared heading into Vertigo. Vertigo is NIP's playground for the past few games. Now, they did beat Team Heretics 16-4 on Vertigo Blessed. It's not looking so great when we head there. And if I'm not incorrect, I do believe that NIP were the team that stopped Team Heretics' run on Vertigo.
I'm still a little flabbergasted right now. I'm still recovering from that ace. That was
front of him, and now he's just going to be up on top of the site. Now, Kiyoshima is ridiculously low, but it doesn't really matter. I'm lucky just backing him up, taking the kill straight through. Dropping twist off the top of the site. Now they move forward as a unit here on the CT side. Blonsky's going to start spamming away, trying to take them down. There's now a man advantage in play here for Team Heretics. A lot of damage done here on Diplopsky and Rez. 7 HP left on Rez, and he'll be overrun. Navira taking him down on the MP5. And now a 2v3. A man advantage here on the CT side to play with, as Team Heretics want to try and recover again. I love how Lucky's just going to go back for the defuse. Not again, Lucky. They're not going to let that happen twice. Instead, you're going to have to fight for it. And Navira and Kiyoshima will come through with the kills. It's going to be 2-0 here for Team Heretics. Damn close round for NIP, but it doesn't go their way.
It's just an insane round. Like, the past 2 rounds have just been ludicrous, right? And it just continues. The first round, Lucky just sticking the bomb there. And the second one, Maka, like a madman, just running in. And then a very good retake coming in from Heretics, though. They did a lot of damage with their SMGs there, and they do keep 2 players alive. That means 2 rifles retrieved into round number 3. And for Nip, they get the bomb down. Of course, don't get anything much from that. So we're going to be seeing another force, though. And again, sparse utility for the Swedes. And I'm actually happy to see that Heretics are haven't been cowed after that performance in Overpass. They are still taking the fight to NIP. Albeit, Maka maybe taking it a little too hot. I would love to see him slow things down a little bit. Listen, the guy's a sick player, but at times he makes my brain hurt.
He does. And he's one of those players that is a very young, talented player, but you know that they have a couple of things to work on. You know they have some up they have to go back to the drawing board with and really start to consider some of their tempered aggression. Lucky is going to go forward. Twist is going to take him down. Mac coming through with a headshot. Shuts down Twist in the spray on the second. That's what you want to see from him. That's exactly what we're talking about, Blair. Almost on cue.
But that full commit, right? He just went for it. All the 30 bullets. Most players, after get the first kill, and you realize the spray is going a little wild, he'll probably fallen back. It's fine, I got the trade. But Maka, he's just like 100 or nothing. And in some dark corner of my mind, Dinko, I respect that. I respect his full commit.
I mean, go big or go home, right? That's the saying. And well, Mac is certainly going big. It's going to be a huge nade in towards those sandbags. But Kiyoshima not biting, not peeking from the position. He wants to come out around the corner, but there's 3 players running past him. It's 1 kill for Kiyoshima. Electro coming back in. Kyo dealt with. And now NIP looking for a way to salvage this round. Man down. Bit of an issue for them, but the spam through the smoke is nearly good enough for Nock. But look at this wrap around the smoke from Maka. He's going to come right through. There's the 3rd kill and a 4th. What a round from Maka. A brilliant display of his abilities, and it gives Team Heretics a 3rd round on the board.
Absolutely brilliant stuff from Maka. He definitely makes up for the 2nd round there, 100%. 4 kills, the full commit spray. And then, of course, I wouldn't say saving the round there, because the NIP, obviously, they were surrounded by the CTs, and they were a man down as well. But lovely stuff from Maka, who was pretty much neutered in the map number 2. Finally waking up here. 3-0 lead for the French-Belgian side. This is pretty impressive stuff. And NIP finally will have to go for the pistols now. Deagles all around. Nivera, nice little burst there with the FAMAS. Finds Rez's head. Just the Deagles on the 4 players for NIP.
He's not stopping. Another kill picked up from Maka. May just be against the pistols, but still a great display. Plopsky, Lekro, and Nock. A 3v5 with the pistols in their hands. Let's see if they can muster anything together.
I've never ever got a Deagle headshot after getting that rare animation in the Deagle.
Oh,
never.
It is a great feeling, Blair. I've only done it a few times, but it's one of the true luxuries in life.
I don't think getting it against like bots count, to be honest. But hold on.
Okay, Blair.
Nivera?
That's all I've ever got it against. So don't take it away from me.
There we go. It's so rare to find, right? And Nivera. Oh, there we go. Plopsky doesn't need the animation. He just needs the bullet. He's gonna find a kill. And XMS is not isolated. He does have back in the form of Lucky, but he can get tagged away by the Deagle shot. Mark Maka coming in to help his teammate out. XMS finds Lekro. Now Nock looking to find something here, but he's all alone, surrounded by the French, with the bomb at his feet and Kiyoshima peering over the top. Plucks his head. He's gonna upgrade his pistol as well. A nice round from Heretics. They keep 4 alive. That's a very, very convincing round there. And now it's starting to build up a bank as well.
They are indeed. 4-0 up here for the Heretics. We'll take a look at what NIP can bring into this round. It's certainly a lot. They'll have a plethora of utility, AKs across the board. No AWP. NIP certainly capable of pulling this round off, and well, we have to see if they can get something on the board finally. If not, well, Heretics will be extremely happy about that. This is the kind of performance they would hope for coming out of pretty one-sided affair on Overpass. And the Heretics are no slouches. Look at this boost coming in. Lucky over the top. He's going to try and spray away on towards Twist, but that smoke caused a little bit of a difficulty for him. He's unable to pick up a kill from it.
I like how, despite the you know, buffing the strength of that wall over there, it's much harder to wallbang. Teams still do like going for these wallbangs, and you can find kills. It's much better than earlier, where it was just basically non-existent. That's beautiful from Maga. Perfectly at his speed. And I think it's a beautiful sound effect as well, Denko. Can you do more of that later?
It's my Foley sound expertise, you know. I've
Boing.
It's more of it where that came from. That's for sure.
Well, it's been a long day, and I do believe you're allowed to go for some sound effects, just for the entertainment factor. But we do definitely have entertainment on our hands. I don't think we need to add more here. It's been a hell of a start to the final map here. The final map of Road to Rio, ladies and gentlemen. Man down
okay, Maka, what? Why have you done that? Oh my god, alright, okay.
What is wrong with this? He's broken me.
Oh well, that's that one time where you kind of just wonder what the hell, why?
Sorry.
What was going through his mind? Well, anyway, Lucky just walks forward, catches Electro, back to some form of normality. Oh no, Lucky, I'm just gonna defuse every bomb today. Just stands in the smoke. There we go. Actually, working out as well. All the kills coming in. Heretics, my god, that is just a mental round overall. Nothing makes sense anymore, Blair. Well, Maka actually just went, well, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Just run straight through a Molotov.
Listen, I know it's late for me right now, but I need someone to break this down for me. I really do. It makes no sense. Maka, what were you thinking? Like, the Molotov didn't even land behind you or on you, it was in front of you, and it just runs on in. There was no reason for him to go for that. And then Lucky, of course, just recreating the pistol round, just sticking the bomb. I'm just lost it. But you know what? I'm having a ball here. As the Ninjas in Pajamas, they discovered that there is another bomb site, and they're going to find it for free.
Well, NIP a little bit triggered about that one. They're just going to charge straight in towards B. A great answer back. They're going to find success here. Kirishima, the last remaining player. Over towards CT spawn. Shouldn't really be doing too much on this position. In fact, he might just die quickly here. This spot from him. Does he spot the backpack of a knock? That is the question. No, but he's aware of the possibility. And now he's stuck in between a rock and a hard place. He'll manage one, but Knock is there for the instantaneous trade. It's going to be NIP with their first on the board. A long while coming, I have to say. A lot of rounds that they potentially could have won, but Heretics have just been stealing them away, and you can see how close it has been just by the economy of the Heretics.
Yeah, and I'm also happy that NIP have discovered that a B bomb site is a potential site they could try as well. They've just been going towards A time and time again, and hopefully they realize there are more opportunities available, and here we go. Like you said, it's a full eco, USB's around, and Electro, nice spray there, almost gets the eco ace, but Nevera will at least get the one constellation killed, and that's going to be NIP stringing two together after what's been quite a while. At least for Heretics, though, it was just a very quick eco. They might just force this one up. They could potentially do it, but Nevera and Eximus are sub $4,000. Lucky just right above 4150. Might have second thoughts about it. It's gonna be, could be some upgraded guns. There we have it. This is gonna equalize the money out a little bit. You know, scout coming in, a few upgraded pistols. That's about it. And it's gonna be Plopsky popping ahead. And it seems like NIP, ever since they found success towards the B bomb site, now they're having a much more heavier presence towards B.
Just trying to prevent some early aggression from the Heretics. They haven't really got a whole lot going for them in this kind of round. Just some deagles in play. Lucky with a deagle in his hand. XMS as well. Scout in the hands of Kirishima. But Maka, the main utility carrier, he's still got the smoke and the nade in his hands. But not too much should be expected from the Heretics in round number 8. Should be an NIP round all day long. Electro towards middle. 4 players heading their way in towards the A bomb site. Molotov's clearing out. NIP will have the bomb plant safely coming through. Heretics with a stack on the other end of the map. And it's going to be an NIP third round on the board. Heretics might actually just consider saving what they've got here. There isn't a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. And there's no real reason to go for this. NIP's economy is in a pretty good shape as well, so you might as well just save the Kevlar you have unlucky. Certainly you can still go for some exit frags if they decide to hunt. Lekro's going to go in and see what they've got. See if it's worthwhile taking a couple of away. He's going to find one headshot. Kiyoshima gone. Maybe just pad the stats a little bit here. Lekro, nice second shot as well towards Maka. Of course, there's a player on his right, and it is lucky. The one player you want to save, because he has the Kevlar. He's going to go forward, looking to try and grab a weapon, but he will fall as well. And not a single player surviving on Heretics. And also, an important note, no one actually drops there in those exit battles for NIP. So that's just a perfect scenario there for Ninjas in Pajamas. They can move into this next round feeling very comfortable. It's going to be the AKs across the board. Look at the money, Blair. After losing 5 rounds in a row, they win 3 in a row, and they've got an average of $98K in the bank. So that's pretty solid. Over on Team Heretics, they'll finally get their purchase back in. But again, that reserve cash is looking relatively weak.
Yeah, it's also because obviously when it comes to the way they've won the rounds, it has come down to the wire, right? Except for the one round where they have 4 players stay alive. So despite winning 5 in a row for Heretics, they pretty much barren when it comes to the money. But here we go. Buy coming in once more. Maka now with the AWP. I don't think we've seen him wield the Zoom Banger yet so far in this map. Now NIP can heavy presence here, but a nice little shot by XMS knock. And had his head knocked off his shoulders. Maka with a nice little tag on the res. And much better this time from the man. He doesn't really re-peek. He's going to be going for more twister, trying to go for the pre-fire. It's just a tiny little angle. And Maka is all that's holding onto this bomb site. He's trapped though, Dingo. He's got a lot of work to do. He wants to find his kill, but the pre-fire being quite a problem. He did backup arriving, but Hunt is on res, sneaking in from behind. There is a player there though, and it's going to be Lekro caught on. The hunter becomes the hunted, and somehow Maka still alive on the site.
Well, Twist is going to go forward. It's Maka who hits the deck, and now Twist is going to be moving forward, trying to get into the site. Good damage done on towards Lucky. Navira coming in, Popsky dealt with, and well, overrunning them is relatively easy for Navira. He gets the 3K in the round, and a 6th round picked up here for Team Heretics. Over for NIP, it'll be the purchase in the AK-47s across the board. Plenty of utility being picked up as well. And here over on Heretics, it's the purchase that can continue to spiral in. That's going to be Lucky on the FAMAS. The weaker weapon, but certainly a pretty solid buy overall here for Team Heretics. And moving into this NIP, that's a round they would have loved to have picked up. Would have put them in a real solid position on the T side. Luckily, they have got plenty of cash, so they have another opportunity moving into this next one.
Oh, that's just unfortunate for Plopsky there. It's a mess. He's had his number for a while now, at least 2 rounds back to back. He was smart thing to reposition himself. It's a known position that Molotov is gonna fall a little short. He's not called for backup yet. He's all by his lonesome. He does have Lucky nearby. That's Nivera getting forced back. A nice nade there from Lucky, but he sticks around. And Lekro, I don't think he spots his head, but he aligns his crosshair perfectly as to where the head might be, and that's going to be man advantage neutralized. XMS chimes in with another frag of his, but he's going to get finally taken down. That's a 3v3. There's a player on the side. It's Nivera, and Nox going to find him. Man advantage for NIP is the head onto the B-bomb site.
Well, the wall of smoke's up on the B-bomb side itself. They will start to walk just slowly over here, NIP. Not rounding the corner just yet. They still have the player up in construction, one in behind the generator as well. And Kishima might just get info here. He's going to take the battle and win it against Rez. Now 2v2 and Suzblatt. 30 seconds in play. The bomb going to make his way up on towards the upper site. Rotation has come in from Maka with the AWP back in the elevator. Now he could be the player to end it all here for NIP. That Molotov, that's going to be solid. That's going to go into position. Doesn't burn away. Actually, a knock. It doesn't extend to him at all. He gets kind of lucky there, and he'll fall away back over towards short. Lekro just hanging around this area. Maka starting to make his way back in. Is waiting on his teammate. Doesn't want to make a mental play. He's already made a few of those. And smoke goes up into the site. Kiyoshima just clearing the close quarters, making sure his teammate doesn't get picked off. And now they move in together. Not looking to hold off. Lekro blinded. He's close on the right side. Maka goes for the quick shot. Not really working for him. It's Kiyoshima with the trade, but he's up on top, and Lekro sees him, takes him down, and another round picked up for NIP. They needed that one. well, they are successful in picking it up.
And even more impressively, despite losing 4 players, Dinko, they still have so much money in the bank to work with, right? Like you said, they've just built up this substantial amount of money. And as we do head into round number 11 of this first half, NIP are poised to definitely wrest back control of this game, because for Heretics, it's going to be another eco coming in, a few upgraded pistols once more. But that hasn't really been a problem for NIP, to be very honest. A couple of P250s, a CZ, and a handle of Nivera, and the USPs for Xmas and Maka. No utility whatsoever. And they've gone for a 3-man hole towards B. Looking for some aggression here. The one smoke they had deployed already. Just going to come down to winning these duels. And against the AK-47s, it's going to be a little hard.
Okay, P250 starting things off well.
Maybe not.
Going to dive into the AK while Nock is going to clean them up. 3 picked up. Maka and Kirishima left now into a 2v4. Lekro spotting Maka in towards middle. He's going to do some damage and eventually will take him down as well. And now it's all on to Kirishima. Stuck up in short, he will be picked off. Twist takes him down. A 5th round for NIP, who finally gets something going here on their T side. You know, they could have had a lot more rounds than they've already picked up here, Blair. Obviously, very close to firing a couple of strange rounds at the start of this map, but it feels like we've settled into the map now. We're starting to really see NIP get comfortable. And Team Heretics, they're going to come into it with a buy. This is where they have to try and change that. This is where Team Heretics have to show us that they're still able to compete. And NIP haven't figured them out yet.
Yeah, this is where it gets worrisome, right? It's pretty similar to how it played out in Overpass initially. Heretics showing signs of life, and the NIP running away in the second half. And the CD side for NIP, that's what's worrisome. Kiyoshima is going to make his maker. And Mako, very good job avoiding the flashbang there. And he's going to progress further. If he drops on towards this could be huge. He's actually going to do with the Madman. And this could actually work out this time around, Dinko. If you're having second thoughts about it, this is the question. He's got the flank on, but with his players, his teammates falling one by one, if he finds Plopsky, this could work out, but it looks like the call for the save has rung out already. And it's going to be NIP getting to round number 6. They've tied things up.
Yeah, rather convincingly as well. Only losing Lekro in this round. And this is now scary for Heretics. Maka should be picking that up. Plopsky's actually going to bit the shot. Luckily, Maka repeats and this time takes him down. So 6 apiece, evened up yet again. Nivera. Not spotted by Nock. The timing's actually perfect for him now. He's going to peek and find Nock. Maka also shutting down Twist. So at least they're getting to save their weapons on into the next. No consequence really to the NIP economy. They've got plenty in the bank. So round number 13 coming right up. And Team Heretics struggling, strapped for cash at the moment. NIP, the complete opposite really. They'll have everything they need. So it's likely going to be a 7th round here on the board for NIP. I like that they've just figured this out. The first sort of 5 rounds, I would say, maybe even 6 rounds, they just kind of worked towards that A-bomb site. And it didn't really work out for them. But now they've changed up the system a little bit. As soon as they get any success over towards B, they've just been rolling with that over and over again.
Indeed they have, and now Maka. Well, he's pushing up at the edge of the smoke, and he's going to be found out. He's just been not having any luck here. And I love the Molotov from Twist as well, Dinko. Keeps that up away from the hands of Lucky. And now they just have Nivera with the M4, and Maka, he had a couple of moments here so far, but so far it hasn't really worked out in his favor. Nivera with the sole M4 remaining. He's going to find one, looking for the second, but Rez is ready and waiting. And now the op, used as bait by Twist, is going to catch Lucky. The moment he picks it up, then he's going to find Kiyoshima as well. Make really not doing much damage. 7 rounds for NIP as we go into the penultimate round of the first half here in the deciding map.
Well, last legs by here from Team Heretics if they want to salvage anything other than the 6 rounds they've already picked up. Was a really good start for the Heretics, but it's being completely flipped over. NIP are certainly feeling comfortable now on this T side. It's been a big performance from Lekro. Generally, you see him play pretty well here on Vertigo. It's 15 and 10. Nivera getting a good start, shutting down Nock, though. That's a bit of an issue, because Nock's been playing well as well. Across the entire series, I have to say. He's been an absolute animal, especially in Overpass. He's doing so much. Currently 13 and 8, but now dead. A good start for Heretics, thanks to Nivera.
You got to bear in mind as well. I mean, like you said, they had a great start. It was such a good start. 5-0 for Heretics, and now it's 7-6 for NIP. They've almost won 7 in a row. Plopsky. Oh, the timing. Oh, the timing for XMX. He actually made it work a couple of times, but the flashbang is great as well. Plopsky knows where one is. He's going in for the hunt. Instead, it's going to be Rez going to steal it away, and Plopsky is holding W and left-click Dinko, and it's working out. The whole W gang coming up on top.
Well, Maka further back in behind the smoke. NIP have salvaged the bomb site. And Maka and Kirishima are going to be backing away, saving their weapons into the next one. And it's NIP who will be taking 8 rounds on the board. Heretics will see what they can bring into this next round, but at this point it doesn't really matter because NIP have just been dominating them. And while Kirishima just gets absolutely decapitated, Electro firing down the guillotine. And while Maka now left alone, 1v4 to save the AWP. They should be able to get it as long as Lekro doesn't decide to find him. And while in behind him is Twist making noise. That's the shot, but it lands. Not enough death. And while Maka, he loves death and he's going to be looking for more of it. He'll go forward, going for the no-scope. As long as it's not his own death, it's all good. And he's going to try and stay alive, but the spam is going through and he eventually will be overrun. It's Plopsky that gets rid of him. Maka gone, Maka out of there. And well, we'll see nothing really of value here for Team Heretics. Ninjas in Pajamas in prime position to take 9 at the half.
That's just unfortunate for Heretics, but this entire second half of this half has just been terrible for them. 5-0 up, and NIP have won 8 rounds, not in a row. There was that one run Heretics managed to get back in their favor, but apart from that, it's just been NIP just steamrolling all over them. And even the star player is really struggling for the side of Team Heretics. Lucky, XMS, Maka especially, not being that impactful. There we go, though. And bear in mind, Dinko, a couple of these rounds came down to the wire. It was Lucky just sticking the defuse with the bullets flying all over. This could have been even more one-sided for the NIP. And Twist now, all the timing on that, and it's going to be Kirishima. Gets the kill. Incendiary tossed in. He really can't retrieve that AK-47. He does want to get it, though. He's going to stick on around. That's good enough. At least they have control of ramp. And that means remaining CTs can now gravitate over towards the B bomb side, where the hit is inevitably going to be taking place.
Plopsky, the front man in the charge. You've got XMS in behind the sandbags on the B-bomb side itself. Electro has been so solid inside the middle, but this time will be shut down by Maka. And now NIP looking to make their approach, but it's the MP9s that are winning the battle somehow. And a 2-man advantage in play for Heretics. NIP haven't even got a kill back yet. This is just mental. How is this flipped this way? XMS just standing in the smoke of the B-bomb site. And NIP, 2 players remain.
I like how XMS hasn't exposed himself there, and you'd expect him to probably fall back. He's still holding the angle, like I said. And
What an end to the half.
A little bit of a tap dance there from Nivera, but at least Heretics do get a 7 rounds, and considering it was 5-0 to start things off, they're going to be very disappointed about this, Dinko.
Well, yeah, it's close as you can get it, though, at the half. An exciting game from a neutral perspective, and it's time for a short break, and we'll be right back with the end of this series and the end of the Road to Rio. We'll see you after this.
Go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon.
Yeah.
You said that.
This right here is the new papadilla, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Latin for better than a sandwich. Even has a better pickle. Get a new papadilla for $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
How we roll, let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know, like I know, we'll take it round and round again.
Oh, I see the signs and I see we're there. And I feel the lies and I feel the sand. Forever hold
side of mid. So he's definitely one player to watch if you're trying to figure out how to play middle here on Vertigo. Take a look at Lecro's demos. Now, Team Heretics heading their way up in towards A. 2 players off towards short here for NIP side. Gonna go for a little bit of a boost. Now, I love this boost over the top. This could really work, but that Molotov gets rid of the chance. And XMS is gonna hear the ticks. They know there was players close, or at least one, over towards that short position.
Okay, it's gonna be tossed in. And that's actually gonna do a pretty decent amount of damage. Not too bad. But they haven't found a pick yet, and that's worrisome. This is Deagles, Dinko. They're always so scared in the hands of the Swedes. Lucky just spotting for any potential late boost. It's going to be Rezdo holding the line. So one player spotted out by XMS. The 2 Macklins should be the ones taking the duels here. It's going to be XMS just trying to force NIP to go for a play here. Mac is going to be leading the charge. Meanwhile, towards Ramp, the Galil. Lecro on top of the side, and Lucky! He gets the dink. But Lecro, they don't know where he died from. He's still sitting on top of the side looking for one more. Finally runs out of bullets, but he's done the damage. And now it's a 2v2, Dinko.
Oh, Kiyoshima though, he's going to get overrun in the deco, somehow not getting the kill. It's Plotski denying though. 2 going down on the MP9 and 9th round for NIP. They've pulled it off. That is not what Heretics would be looking for. And the forced buy win coming in. And that's NIP happily collecting that.
Lecro just... I can kind of get the confusion for Heretics because there were 3 CTs in the smoke behind the smoke. They were alright, they're just spamming the smokes. They had no idea Lecro was on top of the boxes. 2 free kills and almost gets a 3rd as well. What a round for Lecro. And man, the woes of the French continue, Dinko. They win the pistol and they get ecoed. Or rather, well, it's a force buy, but still just pistols.
Hiroshima trying a little bit of spam on through towards Rez's position, or whoever is playing close short, and do a little bit of chip damage. But at the most, going to be in a couple of HP damage done. But Team Heretics gathering at the bottom of the A ramp. You've got NIP sitting back with Knock. Of course, Rez here on the A bomb site. SMG is at the ready to grind some cash out. Raz needs to be careful he doesn't get caught in this position, but they're not going to be coming this way. Instead, they're going to be walking a conga train of death in towards Knock's spot. Shoulder peeks, gets the info, comes back for a more long-range angle. He'll only manage one, though. Rez hasn't peeked just yet. Is twisted towards Elevator, trying to do his best to work, and it doesn't really work out for Rez when he eventually does peek. Lucky shuts him down on the deagle, and now it's a bomb plant. A real chance for Team Heretics to pull off a force buy win. Look at Lecro, in from behind, the headshot on towards Maka, and now he's got possession of the bomb site back in his control. XMS looking for the long range fight with the deagle. He'll not manage anything. Instead, it's Lucky, a 1v3 overall, and Twist will take him down. It's going to be a round on the board. The NIP side, 10th picked up now, 10 to 8, double figures. And well, that's Heretics close round, unfortunately not pulling it over the line.
And NIP even having enough time to run around, pick up the rifles, the better rifles, in fact. M4 on the AK-47. At least to get the bomb down, so that's something, I guess, for the front side. But money, not that great. We're going to be seeing a few upgraded pistols coming out here once more. It's going to be very light buy. Maka, maybe he won't invest. Maybe he wants the AWP. It's going to be T side, though. He wasn't that effective with the AWP on the CD side. So yeah, there we go. It's going to be pretty much a full eco for the Ts, which is surprising. And Maka will be seeing an AWP in his hands early on. It's going to be a fast hit coming into his ramp, and it's going to be Rez spotting out a player. And he's not going to do a Maka. He's going to be falling back. Molotov towards short, keeping them at bay. What? Are they going to be going for the boost here? They could potentially try, but his pistols can be quite deadly at that range. So instead of going to be playing this one safe, Lecro is going to find one. The nade's doing so much damage, Dinko, and they just might get mauled alive with the SMGs here.
Well, Rez about to round the corner. It's pulled behind. Through it to Lecro, picking up 2 on the MP9 and 3rd kill as well. That's a little clean up there from Lecro. He'll be happy with that. 11-8 on the board now for NIP. Heretics finally getting the purchases back in. They have the AKs across the board. Maki can get the AWP. Currently negative in terms of his KD, so he'd love to try and change that up here. Still contemplating whether or not he wants the AWP. Over here on NIP, they'll have theirs in the hands of Knock, not Twist, here on the CT side of Vertigo. And Maka goes for an AK.
It's a surprising there. Considering he went for the full eco there. He had enough money for the AWP and the Kevlar as well, but... Ooh, a barrage of nades being dealt on towards Heretics, and XMS already down to 59, 58 points of health. They have crept up. They have managed to make their way through the smoke, so this is early control of this side of the map. And NIP, they're pretty comfortable just giving it up. They're just going to be playing behind the bomb site. They do have a player that is res towards short. They've got Lekro as well to help him out. Are they going to be going for the boost is the question. They haven't really gone for it yet, but no, they might actually go for this. No Molotovs to push him back. And Rez spots out a player. That was lucky. He was waiting there for so long, Dinko, but unfortunately it doesn't work out for him. And Rez toying with them, rattling off bullets. And Nox there as well. 3 CTs lying in wait. This could get very, very worrisome indeed for Heretics.
Lekro just up and towards short. The Molotov is going to go further back, and Lekro is going to go forward. Navarra taking that kill very easily, and he's going to continue to run on in, but he's stopped by Rez. Rez stands in the corner wanting a little bit more, but Maka catches him looking the wrong way. That's a beautiful little headshot coming in. Maka now charging through the smoke, trying to get some damage done as Nock attempts to deny the bomb plant, but it's not going to work out for him. Instead, it's Plopsky searching over the smoke. He will spam through and catches Kiyoshima through it. Maka just gets out of dodge just in the nick of time. But he's still inside the site. He needs to win the fight, and there's the headshot. Maka now in default. Still trying to play with his teammate, still trying to hold on. 2 players locked into the same position, and Maka just somehow still alive, finally overrun. And now it's all on XMS, looking for the 1v2 in total. He's done damage onto the second as well. It's not got 8 HP. The smoke onto the bomb is the only real option. He fluffs the smoke. He's now in the open, no cover. XMS will take the kill. A 9th round for Team Heretics. And that's just a little unfortunate there for Nock in the 1v1.
Yeah, I like how XMS played that. It was very, very aggressive indeed. Not really giving a chance for Nock to recover. Let's pick up the AWP as well. And Maka, despite not buying it earlier on, he will be handed to him by his teammate. And finally, for Nipto, Dinko, the money seems to have been whittled down quite a bit. So going to be seeing some pistols coming out from the Swedish side. The 3-round streak will finally come to an end. And even the 3 rounds they won, right? I mean, the first 2 rounds they won, they lost a lot of players, and that means despite winning 3, they lose 1, immediately the money is not in a good place. So the pistols come out. Like you said, though, Lekro's having a hell of a game so far. 25 frags for the man, top fragging in the server. Navarra's been boosted up. Now, this nade from Twist is going to be a giveaway. Now, he's going to peek out and try and get the kill as a question. No, he's going to hold the line. He's being very passive here. Very ballsy angle as well from the player on top of the boxes. Plopsky is waiting to find a head. A shining head for his deagle to rattle off a shot towards. Smoke's going to be deployed, and that's the call. Mighty rotation taking place. 3 CTs still waiting there at the B bomb site.
Navarra shutting down Plopsky. Good headshot picked up. Now the push coming in is Twist, who's tasked with trying to hold on. He will not be able to do so. Maka taking down Rez as well. Lekro and Nock, the last 2 pillars of support for NIP, and they've toppled as well. The tower will fall, and it's going to be Team Heretics with 10 now on the board. NIP will get the purchase back in. They're going to have the M4s across the board, the MP9 in the hands of Nock, though. Bit of an issue. He's been so stellar for them. Well, maybe he can do some damage even on the MP9. Navarra has been a really impressive player for me throughout the road to Rio. You know, he's one of those players coming into this, a little bit of an unknown quantity. Really shows up and has an impressive performance across this entire series, really.
Oh, yeah. Like, everyone's talking about Maka, with good reason as well. He was so very good in the group stage, but Navarra has been so very impactful here. And also, on top of the leaderboards for his teammates here in a very, very crucial map, the deciding map. Trades, sequel trades. Plopsky in the smoke. Like a wraith, he will fade away. He's going to try and use that smoke, trying to find some advantage. Doesn't find anything, though. The bullets are just peppering through the smoke, and he just wants to avoid falling to a random shot through the wood. Backup is arriving in the form of Lekro. And we can also see yet another player rotating over towards B. As Nock, he's kind of gone on a fact-finding mission, just roaming around towards A. No Plopsky, though. He hasn't made contact. Minute on the clock. Here comes a hit. Smoke's going to be deployed.
The utility's starting to come on in from the Team Heretics side all across the board. It's going to be Reds who shuts down Kirishima. An extra chance here for Lekro as well. Plotsky finding one into Navira in the corner. Lekro hides with 22 HP. And unlucky in Maka. Oh, the nade comes through. Not able to shut him down. It's all on Maka. Coming in with a 1v4. It's not going to be happening. NIP finally finding another round win. It's been a long time coming. And there they go. 12-10. 4 away from victory now in the series. 4 away from victory, but Team Heretics not far behind them. They've still got money in reserve here, but they're still going to get a buy into this next round as well.
Oh yeah, they will, and Maka should be able to hold on to his AWP here. There's no one nearby. But that was a little strange from the French side. They didn't show any presence towards A, and it was almost a very evident tell, if you ask me, that they were going to be going for that B hit. You had 3 CTs there waiting. I love the smokes being tossed in by NIP. They're just preventing the T's from pushing in, and of course, great work for Plopsky and Nock to just keep them at bay. But the fact that they didn't show anything over at A gave NIP the freedom to have the 3 CDs waiting towards the B bomb site. So a little bit more, they could try that again, but at least a little bit of presence towards A initially would have been better instead of kind of telegraphing the fact that they're going to be heading towards B as the time started to count away. There we go, though. Like you said, still another full buy. Smoke towards short. Knock them. Aggressive, brilliant flashbang from Rez. That's a very early pick already. And no trades possible. Lucky trying to jump and find something. There is a player behind his sandbags. They're going to check it though, and Lekro is going to find another. And he's looking for more spots to head out. Maka with the AWP. The timing is off. And Lekro finds another kill before he gets taken down. Nock's going to strike. And it's a complete, absolute slaughter at the A ramp. NIP, they come out on top and they lose just 1 player.
That's exactly the kind of statement NIP needs to make into that important gun round. And while they show up, and they get it done. Now they are 3 away from victory here at NIP, and that's a real positive way to pick up a round win when you're heading into the late stages of this game. When you take a look at what Team Heretics have, it's not going to be a whole lot. It's going to be a D-Eagle on 2 players, a flashbang on Lucky and Navira, but other than that, there's nothing to write home about here for the Team Heretics. So this is NIP certainly looking like the team to head to 14 rounds. Then they'll be 2 away from victory. Team Heretics getting picked apart yet again. Finally, Lucky getting something over towards B, but that nade, oh, it's nearly chunky, but it doesn't matter. Lucky comes in with another.
Big here.
He's been so quiet as well.
Yeah, but the utility, so much utility, no Kevlar for any of the players, and it's going to be really hard. And look at the damage being dealt, Dinko. This is not going to happen. Unless Lucky pulls out something special, because he's the player with the Kevlar. He's the M4, and he also has 100 HP. Unless he pulls out something truly miraculous, NIP still have this round in the bag.
Well, they're going to be trying to relocate and try and get back over towards A, perhaps, or go on a little bit of an excursion throughout the map. Issue is 7 HP, 18 on Maka. They're basically useless at this point. It's all unlucky, like you said. He has been incredibly quiet up until this point. He was sitting on 7 kills going into this round, so it's been very, very lackluster here on the final map, but this would be a time to strike. Got a little bit of an excursion to see what's going on. They also pick up an M4 on their travels. Now they look to try and finish here on the bomb site towards B. Walking up, that smoke's actually going to allow them to cross safely and get close up to the site and explode. That smoke actually favouring the Team Heretics side. They'll be happy with that. And now they're starting to move forward. A group of 3. Lekro back in quad. That's a clean headshot. Just instantly annihilating Lucky. Oh my god, that is disgusting from Lekro. Annihilates all 3 players, and that's his 31st kill. 14-10. He's having an absolute blinder of a game. 31-15.
This looks like it. This looks like the end of it, right? The end of the road for Heretics. I mean, they fought so hard. They really, really scrapped their way through that win on Nuke. Overpass was just one-sided beating by NIP. And here on Vertigo, I'll be honest, it looked like they were starting to show some signs of life. But in the end, NIP just looking very indomitable. And they're starting to warm up as well. You can see, like I said, 31 kills already for Lekro. It's aggression, intimidating aggression from NIP on the CT side. Popsky should be careful. Navera trying to spot something out. Twist with the AWP. He knows where Navera is. But he's also wary that's a headshot angle. In those scenarios, the AK-47 will sometimes have the tiny little advantage. Navera making a lot of noise towards B, but meanwhile, you can see the rest of the players falling back towards that, actually towards that A bomb site area. Rez playing a very dangerous game, Dinko, but he's going to make it work. Goes for the full spray, just finds one. The trade does come in.
Well, just over a minute left. NIP have currently got Lekra over towards the A-bomb side, and that's going to be a scary player to try and overrun here if you're Heretics. He's having a brilliant series. And towards short. Knock has arrived over here as well, towards the boost. Lekra's going to throw the nade. It's not going to do too much at all. In fact, they're not too close by, and now they are ready to explode. Lekra close by, should be able to get at least one from this position. They're going to come running in towards him. He doesn't even get a single kill. Cast his curse a little bit there, and while XMS taking down Lekra, it's a good headshot. Now 30 seconds is all they have, and while Knock just blocking his teammate on the fallback. No falling back for you, my friend. As Lucky's going to take some damage.
And I like the fact that, I don't know if it's a conscious decision, but the fact that they gave the player Lucky with the health to get the bomb done. If it was Eximus or Nivera, then they could have been it. The bomb would not have got planted, so one would assume that it was all planned. Now the smoke's coming in, and that's just a decoy, just trying to show that it might potentially go for the retake, but NIP, saner heads will prevail. They will not be going for this retake. They're going to hold on to their guns. They still have the money, but why try and go for a retake, which is looking very, very rough indeed. 3v4 retake on the A-bomb side is never going to be easy. And that's going to be round number 11 for Heretics. They still are clinging on with the bloody, battered fingernails on the precipice of defeat, Dinko. They're not quite done yet. But NIP, man, they just look so dominant right now.
Well, Heretics still potentially in this. They've got the AKs in play. A little bit of reserve cash and a few of the players here as well, but NIP coming back into this. They have most of their weapons over in the last round. They've got the AWP in the hands of Twist this time around. AK-47 for Knock, M4s. It's not done yet for NIP. There's a lot of Heretics clawing in behind them. Nade is going to go down towards the bottom of the stairs. Does a lot of damage on towards Nivera. XMS taking a little bit off the top, but not too much to worry about just yet. But Maka certainly is going to be worrying about his loss in health. He's dropped to 11. Well, handling it well. Twisted towards middle, catching one. Mac in towards the lower ramp roots, getting a little bit of action. And while XMS taking a headshot, goes forward for more, but it's Rez. The last defending player here at the bottom of the ramp. He'll only manage one. Lucky shuts him down in reply. And now it's Heretics with a man advantage. Not the health advantage though, Blood. They are certainly incredibly low right now. And NIP can certainly shut this down as they're going to go back over towards the B-bomb site. You've quickly got Plopsky looking to fill the hole here. He's up behind the generator already. There's the first kill. 50 seconds now. He just needs to hold on. Lucky's going to jump up and try and elevate. He spots the head of Plopsky, does damage, but not enough. And he's going to pull the nade. Luckily, Twist is there to save him. His bodyguard in the round, and Lucky overrun as well. It's map point, series point for NIP, and this could be it. This could be the final round of the Road to Rio.
The timing on that. The timing of that save by Twist. That could have been a 1v1. It could have gone either way from there, but this could be it, Dinko. Like you said, potentially the final round of the Road to Rio. It's not the grand final, it's the battle for the 5th and 6th position, but hey, it's still RMR points on the line.
It's closer than the grand final.
So, true. And definitely closer, and definitely longer as well, despite not being a best of 5. But it's been a great story for both the teams. Heretics, no one expected them to go this far. Maka has been a revelation throughout this entire series, maybe not in this entire tournament, maybe not this particular series though. And for NIP, it just goes to show that these 5 young Swedes, they could be the next real true Swedish side, apart from, you know, obviously the old NIP who are right now in Dignitas, and of course the good old boys over at Fnatic. So it's good to see another Swedish team really stepping up. It's also good to see another French team showing what they can do, and this could be the final hit here, Dinko. 5 players just marching onto the A-bomb site.
Force forward. Mac is trying to run on in with the Galeots. Rez standing by with him. It's Naviro shutting down Plopsky. Good kill coming through. Mac as well shutting down Rez. Another on the site. And Exabet somehow getting the bomb plant in the chaos, but the lineup is there. Knock in the last few bullets is able to take down Exabet. He's going to go back for more, trying to shut someone down, but it's not working just yet. He relies on Lekro to chip away at Kiyoshima, and that was just 3 versus 3. NIP looking for the retake. Maka, we've seen him in this position before, and he's going to find success again. 1 kill picked up. Navira looking at the boost, tapping away, catches Knock, and well, it's not done yet. Navira keeps the Heretics alive. That's another 3k for him added to the collection. He's 23 and 19. And while NIP, they're not out of the woods just yet. They're no stranger to the overtime. Well, that's what Heretics are fighting back for.
3 more rounds, Dinko. This could not just be over yet. 3 more rounds is all they need. And NIP, their money's actually not looking great right now. It's not in good shape. They will have to go for the eco. And what are they going to go for here? Is it a full one? Yes, it is a full one. Flopsy's gone for a cheeky Zeus spy. I wouldn't blame him for that. I love it. I love the Zeus spy. It's a mental torture device, Dinko. It's to break your opponent's spirit and mind.
You get Zeus, there's no recovering from that. But you know what's worse, Blow? When you go for the Zeus and you do like 80 damage, and that is even worse. Swap, lucky, gonna catch himself res. His head just taken off at the top of the boost. What? And that shot from Maka. Apparently not a no-scope, looked like it, but it's been a quick scope. And well, Maka coming in with the Tech 9. He's gonna rattle shots away, dropping Plopsky, looking for more, and there it is. The cleanup coming in from Maka. 3 kills added to the collection. And a 13th round of the board for Team Heretics. The NIP, the purchase coming in. Lecker had lower amount of cash, so he's going to go for the FAMAS. Rez could certainly buy an M4 here and just sacrifice the extra utility, or he could also take the hit, go with a FAMAS and get a few pieces of utility extra to play with. The most important part is it is a buy nonetheless.
Indeed it is. And the thing is, for NIP, this is where it gets very scary, Dinko. They lose this one, they won't have enough money for a full-fledged buy. And that's Heretics potentially taking it to overtime. Nivera, blinded, not able to take advantage of the fact that he spotted out Plopsky. This is trading nades at this point. Neither nade's doing much damage. If they can win this, Dinko, if they can somehow win this round, we will most likely, very likely, see overtime.
That's what's on the line here for Team Heretics. Overtime. They've fought so hard to get to this point. A third map, like I said, NIP no stranger to the overtime affair here at Road to Rio. Knock in that boost position. He plays so often. Knock trying to get it done. Mac is going to spot his head, looking for the shot, but it's not going to land. He'll stay in this position, holding it. Molotov's going to go through, but it's good utility usage from NIP at the moment, holding the Heretics back. Not onto the site just yet as NIP look to try and close it. Look to try and get the final scoreline of 16-13. The Heretics, they've got onto the site. Lucky's been attached to the bomb plant. He's going to get it through. Now the retake needs to happen. Knock finds the killer towards Maka. Just a few more to come his way. Then they'll have the site back. NIP hold the advantage still into the retake, and they've been pretty solid at these so far. They just need to group up, and look how many players there are sitting inside of elevator. As they walk forward, it's Twist Task with the front man push. He jumped into the site with the op. He's looking for the kills in towards short. They're going to go for it. Twist finds the kill on the XMS. Lucky with one, but Knock is there, and Plopsky's on the defuse. Plopsky is defusing inside of the smoke. NIP are going to pull it off through the smoke. Plopsky, the full 10 seconds. There he goes, and he gets it done. Just like that, Team Heretics have fallen. NIP will take 5th place in the ESL 1 Road to Rio, and that is the most heartbreaking way it could have ended.
It's poetic justice. That's the way. That's the way that Heretics won their first round. Just sticking the bomb through the smoke, and that's how it ends as well. However, it goes the way of Images in Pajamas, 16-13, and NIP. They managed to continue the streak against the French side, but yeah, that is it, Dinko. That is the end of the Road to Rio, and what a way to close it out as well. That was a mental game. That was insane.
Yeah, we've had some great storylines within the ESL 1 Road to Rio. I think Heretics are certainly one of them. Coming into this tournament, not many people knew what to expect from this team, and many of them probably expected them to go out last, maybe towards the bottom of the groups, and well, they make it to the playoffs. They beat some of the best teams in the tournament, and they make it here and finish 6th place. It's not a bad placing for the Heretics.